Welcome to the Lightning Lesson series from AgileCxO. I'm Jeff Dalton, Chief Evangelist from AgileCxO. We're the research and development organization that provides the Agile Performance Hierarchy, training, and certifications for current and future Agile leaders. Today, I'll be talking about two things that Agile leaders need to focus on in order to successfully lead an Agile organization. Those two things are values and values traceability. Leading an Agile organization is a challenge that requires change from the top, and that means you. We've assessed more than 200 Agile teams, and two of the most common problems to overcome are an organizational type mismatch between management, customers, and teams where some are Agile and others just aren't, causing friction, rework, distrust, and an Agile implementation that is chaotic and undisciplined. This leads to unpredictable results. Some things we often see are not partnering effectively with our customers, normalizing points as hours rather than relative sizing, extending sprints to meet the workload, not improving through the use of retros, and many more things. Sometimes it's just a mess. As an Agile team leader, it's your job to ensure that the entire organization is aligned around Agile values. That means being Agile from vision to validation. Agile frameworks are very different than other approaches that you may be accustomed to. They are all derived from a common set of values, and values come from you, the leader. Waterfall methods are not based on Agile values, but on long-term planning and strong oversight. These are based on a defined process control model, as opposed to Agile frameworks, which are based on empirical process control. A defined process control model is sometimes called command and control, and can best be described as, here's how you must do your work. Agile teams sometimes refer to this as low trust. An empirical process control model is sometimes called a high trust model, and can best be described as, here are the values that you need to embrace. There is a significant difference between these two things. With a defined process control approach, the process is set at the task level. It's often artifact-based and is dependent on a long-term plan, which almost always changes. This restricts the team's ability to be Agile and to change as the world around them changes, leading to low trust, low morale, and a low productivity project. With empirical process control, customers and product teams work closely together, delivering manageable pieces of functionality in short sprints or iterations. Teams can experiment with variations in the process and use continuous retrospectives to improve performance. That's the empirical part. This leads to an always improving, high-performing, and high-productivity team. In order to transform an entire organization from either an ad hoc or a defined process control model to one that is more Agile, a strong focus on Agile values and how they trace to actions by you, the Agile leader, and your teams and customers will be most essential. Derived from the Agile Manifesto, there are 9 core Agile values that have emerged, and these have been described in the book, Exploring Scrum. These values are fail fast, have courage, focus, visibility, commitment, sense of humor, respect, openness, and finally, transparency. For example, consider fail fast. Did you know that 70% of technology projects end in failure? This is mostly because of the misunderstood requirements, but there are some other reasons too. This is a great place to exhibit fail fast and fail early. Failure is expensive. Let's check in with our customer every 2 weeks to determine if we're giving them exactly what they need, instead of waiting until the work plan is completed 9 months later and we find out it's not what they wanted at all. Now that we've learned how Agile values can impact project success and how important they are to successful Agile leaders, let's talk about values traceability. Every Agile framework, ceremony, or technique can be traced directly to one or more Agile values. Daily stand-ups, for instance, trace to transparency. Burn-down charts or other information radiators trace to visibility. Fixed time boxes trace to focus. Sprint demos fail fast. As an Agile leader, it's your responsibility to get out and ensure that your team is embracing these values in their day-to-day behaviors. Here are some things to look for. Are they demonstrating visibility with information radiators? Are they providing information transparently? Are they continuously improving with retrospectives? And are they projecting courage with your customers? Once you've internalized the Agile values, go for a Gemba walk. A Gemba walk is a personalized observation of behaviors and attitudes that your team is exhibiting. Since adopting Agile values means demonstrating transparency and visibility, you should easily be able to verify whether your team is embracing agility or if they're just demonstrating fragility. Now that you've learned about Agile values and values traceability, it's time to try it yourself. Write each Agile value on the whiteboard, and then underneath each one, list each ceremony, technique, or action that aligns with that value. That's your baseline. Then make your Gemba walk. Walk around to verify your team's performance. If they're doing the things you expect them to do, you'll be able to observe them. There is likely to be some conflict between your team's actions and the values. Use this information to identify opportunities for improved Agile performance. Thank you for watching the AgileCxO Lightning Lesson on Agile Leadership.
Thank you for attending today's Lightning Lesson. Please watch your inbox for a link to the next lesson in this series by AgileCxO.org.
We're super excited to invite you to AgileCxO.org's Agile Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C. on September 22nd, 2017. At the Agile Leadership Summit, we'll enjoy lunch and networking with other Agile leaders and hear 6 lightning talks about everything you need to know to lead Agile organizations. So please join us at the Agile Leadership Summit, September 22nd in Washington, D.C.